like miniatures. I was an animator for about 5 minutes, and that's where I get some of my ideas and my shapes from. Hero's done and ready to make waves.
Hi, I'm Angela Martinez. Welcome to That's Clever.
The hard part is all done. Over here. No, down here. Down here. Down here.
Where do babies come from?
Oh, magic elves.
For founder Agnes Stevens, the real heroes in the School on Wheels story are the children.
Normally, I don't go in for this sort of thing, but you are very good.
Dad,
Yes, sport.
where do babies come from?
Oh, magic elves. Magic elves with the pixie dust that they sprinkle.
Peter, that's not where babies come from. Daddy's just teasing you, honey.
Then where do babies really come from?
Well, they come from, foxreality.com, where there are webisodes and Eric's blog.
Wow, that's beautiful. They're so lame.
I see a blog. Very well written.
I have spell check. Do you also see viewer questions answered?
I see videos made just for the web.
This is great. Normally, I don't go in for this sort of thing, but you are very good.
Wait, I see. No, I hear. A message from your Aunt Blanche.
Aunt Blanche? I don't have an Aunt Blanche. You hack!
I know, Blanche. They never listen. But check out this website.
Our final story offers a ray of hope for a difficult problem. According to some estimates, there are nearly 250,000 homeless children in Southern California. We met some inspiring people who helped these youngsters go from life on the streets to excelling in the classroom. Los Angeles, California. Millions move here for the great weather and the beautiful homes. But life in Southern California comes at a steep price, a price not everyone can afford. Thousands end up here, on the streets of downtown LA. And when entire families fall on hard times, the children also join the ranks of the homeless.
In Southern California, it's estimated there are 200,000 homeless children.
How do these children go from living on the streets to getting an education? That's where School on Wheels comes in. It's a volunteer tutoring service for homeless kids that former schoolteacher Agnes Stevens founded in 1993.
The mission of School on Wheels is to give educational help to children kindergarten through 12th grade of homeless families.
Sinead Chilton started as a School on Wheels volunteer tutor. Now she's the group's communications coordinator and a tireless worker. She says the way they help the community is unique.
School on Wheels is the only organisation that's offering this service to homeless children, that's zooming in and focusing on the need for the children to succeed at school.
Slide.
Good.
School on Wheels does this by giving homeless children one-on-one tutoring every week. It also helps children by enrolling them in school as quickly as possible, no matter where they're living, and giving them all the free school supplies they need.
Thanks, Janet, that's great.
Kids like 8-year-old Sierra Shannon need all the help that School on Wheels volunteers can give.
She was pretty scarred by her experiences in life so far. We'll have to try something harder.
Volunteer Catherine Meek began working with Sierra 1 hour a week.
Each cottage?
That's it. When I first started tutoring her, she was very, very behind in just about every subject that I started with her. Yes. And now she is in the top 10% of her class.
Good work.
Sinead Chilton says that for children like Sierra, School on Wheels is truly a lifeline.
By having a School on Wheels tutor, they have a chance because they have a positive adult in their life.
The kite string.
School on Wheels student Tabitha Mazel and her mom, Jennifer Long, have been living in this Ventura County Salvation Army shelter for over a year.
So show me what you got going on here.
With help from School on Wheels tutor Carrie Glenn, Tabitha's studies have shown significant improvement.
We've really focused on her reading. That was an issue that both Tabitha and her mom identified. I think you know that one.
She's just awesome. She's an awesome person, and Tabitha loves her.
Best tutor ever.
Aww.
Over time, School on Wheels tutors and their students become extremely close.
It starts as an hour a week, but it ends up going for an ice cream on a Saturday afternoon. I remember taking one of my first students to the movies because he'd never actually been to the movie theatre before. That's it, you're doing it.
School on Wheels continues to grow. Last year alone, the program helped change the lives of over 1,500 homeless children in Southern California.
I've seen success stories. I've seen kids that have moved into permanent housing. They're keeping in touch with School on Wheels and they understand the importance of school.
And it's all thanks to an organization founded 15 years ago to build lives of possibility for homeless children.
We know that the only way out of poverty is through education, and we want this generation to be the generation that makes it out.
For founder Agnes Stevens, the real heroes in the School on Wheels story are the children, full of determination, courage, and hope.
A hero is somebody that does something extraordinary. They do something extraordinary every single day of their lives, every single moment of their lives. That's why they're the heroes.
Hi, I'm John Murphy, and welcome to Asheville, North Carolina. I take old socks and old gloves and turn them into stuffed animals. And this creature is Absalom Jones. I'll be making him today. Come on up to the house. Welcome to my studio / living room. This is where I get all of my work done. What I do whenever I work with a creature is I root through this great big gargantuan box of socks I've just found various places, been given by people who don't want them anymore. We got 2 kinds of blue and a splash of color. What I do first and foremost is get all my parts cut. What I'm doing now is cutting what will be the head and his feet. Now I'm going to make his body. And poof, there it is. It's open and I'm overjoyed. Onward and upward, I'm going to cut the part that will be the face and belly. See these nifty little striations in the weave? I'm just going to cut right along. What I'm doing now is cutting what will be the face and the abdomen. There's his head, his face, his torso, the sides and the back, and I've got his legs. For his arms, I'm going to use this gardening glove. There, I've severed all 4 fingers. It's time to cut Absalom's mouth. One last thing to cut are his ears. So here it is, the structural anatomical layout of my newest friend, Absalom Jones. It's time to pin things together and start to stitch the smaller parts to the bigger parts. It's important to turn things wrong side out while I'm preparing to sew them. This important step hides my seam work. My first creature I gave to my boss, she found it particularly disturbing and liked it. I'm using a straight stitch. A lot of people use a zigzag when working with stretchy material, but I just don't. I think it's too wide and takes up too much room. I'm stitching together the sides to the abdomen. I'm leaving this part open because this is where the glove hands need to fit in. I always cut the extra thread off of where I've made a stitch. If I leave that on and stuff the creature, it might look like it has varicose veins. Here's what I have so far. I've got the ears, the head, the face, the mouth, the body, and the legs of Absalom Jones. All this has been essentially a setup for the last step, putting the hands on. This is a little bit of a tricky part. I have to be pretty precise here. This is where I have to match a seam to a seam and an edge to an edge. This hole is a bit smaller than the circumference of this edge, which is why I like working with stretchy sock material. I've got both of my gloves sewn on. Time to turn Absalom right side out and commence a stuffing. And here he is, all right side out, saying to me, "Fill me with polyester stuffing." Stuffing's a meditative process. I want to go slow so that I stuff evenly and without hard lumps. I'm going to use the tip of my scissors to gently poke the stuffing through. Kind of squish the stuffing around until they get a desired shape. It's time to fill out the hands. A stuffed hand. Here he is. You can almost hear him breathe. He's so very nearly finished. What I'm going to do now is close up the stuffing hole, and that is done with a little straight needle and some nice sturdy upholstery thread. Boom. It's time to turn this mouth into lips. For that, I use a 5-inch dull needle. I brought him into this world, and I want to gift him with the ability to see it. What I like to do is layer 2 different kinds of buttons together. It gives kind of more of an authentic eye look, even though they're buttons. I think this yellow one and this red one will make a nice pair. There he is! Absalom Jones. He's a real stunner, isn't he? Devastating.